Hello, my lovely Scorpio. Thank you for joining me. This is a reading for the winter summer solstice. This is a lot of energy and rebirth energy coming through, and the guides have told me that it's an important time a lot of people are embarking on. So they'd like to do a reading for me to do a reading for you with them for this time. They also, so it depends which hemisphere, of course, you are in, and which solstice you're actually having, but it shouldn't make much of a difference about the re-emerging energy. We've all been getting a lot of energies from the planet at the moment, where there's a lot of shifts from a lot of the eclipses we've been having, a lot of the juxtapositions and the retrogrades of the energies causing a lot of conflict, a lot of emotional turmoils, allowing a lot of us to release what's not needed in our energy field. So what we're doing is a general reading about what's coming up for the next 6 months. Then we will look at finance, career-wise, and then we're going to look to this card, which is representing our love romance. And you've also been the special pile that has decided that they needed an extra card of the oracles to clarify the first. So just to let you know that, Scorpio, already a special pile. Okay, so we're going to start off just to let you know that I feel like you've been of two minds of late. Really, I'm just getting a lot of twos, a lot of, you'll notice a lot of Gemini energy coming through, a lot of split decisions. I feel like there's also a lot of family energy. So what's coming through for the next, with the solstice emerging, so that's 21st of June for anyone who doesn't know. From then on is a feeling that the clarity will start coming through of where you're actually supposed to be. I feel like you're being pushed and pulled in a lot of different directions. I feel like you've been getting a lot of information. I do feel like there's been, for some of you, some love interests that haven't perhaps panned out. I'm even getting some ghosting or some breadcrumbing for some of you, but I do feel like you've been, you know, maybe offered positions that hadn't worked out, or there's been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of things that have seemed tempting that didn't turn out to be as positive as you had hoped. And they're saying this instability will definitely be changing for you, and I feel like that you're finally starting to balance. Some of you are actually starting to eat right and really take care of yourself more emotionally and physically, that you're actually balancing your emotions and your hormones out, and that was really destabilizing you as well. And they want you to know that this will help balance you, ground you, and help with your clarity and understanding people's motivations and things. So they're just saying that there's a lot of clarity coming through for the next time. There is still a lot of movement around you. I feel like the times are still changing for you, Scorpio. There's still movement around. They're also telling me, some of you, it's about family. Some of you definitely have wanted to, you know, partnerships and things like that, and some have definitely found that in this time of either you know, struggles, and you've definitely found a link in that. I'm also getting, for some of you, it's caused a lot of separation and a lot of anxiety, where you feel like you haven't been able to trust people, because people are not giving you what you thought they were. You know, they implied something and they didn't give you what was implied or what you expected, and you don't know if you should let them go or if it's just because of their situation. They're saying there has been, for some of you, misunderstandings but also a lot of hardship and a lot of people coming in your way just to get underfoot and in your way and stop you from leading into the right path. And now is the time where you will see what is actually a clear and true path for you, and this will be very clear. And I do feel like for those of you who aren't in jobs or haven't quite found, you know, where you want to be or where you want to go, I feel like the clarity is coming through in this next season. I also feel like if you need to move or wanted to move, it is definitely going to come up soon, and it's definitely going to be like fortuitous. It's going to be somewhere that you want to go and not like you have to go. So they're saying, you know, there's a lot going to be happening, but it's all going to be a lot more clear, a lot less confusion, a lot less heartache for some of you. Some of you, it is about you know, children and about happiness and about sharing families, and actually I'm getting mixed families as well. So I feel like some of you have made the commitment to bond your families together, or bond your lives together, and I feel like this will be like moving to a place together rather than, or perhaps that was the hiccup, was like, do you move in with me? Do I move in with you? And then you would have realised, yeah, I think, you know, we're going to have a fresh start just for, you know, continuity, just so that we all know our place. We're all, you know, it's our place together. So, you know, this will not resonate for everyone, of course. This is just a few people that they're, sorry, I've just kicked the camera twice. They're just telling me that there's, you know, someone out there that, you know, the time is right for that that bonding and that space, and you'll find it now. Okay, finance, career. As they're saying, yes, many paths is the card you've gotten here, but I feel like finally you're lifting yourself up and you're finding what you want. And they want you to know that what you're reaching for is a doable goal now. They're saying before you had some unrealistic expectations, and I feel like you've come back to a point of reality, but they want you to also put into step what is practical to get you to that point. So they're just saying, you know, actions speak louder than words, and you have to, they're just going, dress for success. If you want a high paid job, then, you know, you have to dress for it. You have to be and, you know, embody that and live that life before you get there, and then it will come to you. And this is the idea, is, you know, if you see it and you feel it already, it's coming to you. But if it's not meant for you, it's going to go, because you won't be able to feel it. You won't be able to embody something that's not truly for you. I feel like some of you had to let some dreams go because you realized they were just not meant for you, because there was something better coming up. There was something that you knew was calling you, but you're not quite sure what it is. And I feel like that's where the clarity is coming through. And I feel like some of you, it's like a job where you're just like, I'm just not sure where I'm meant to go anymore. I feel like some of you needed to change career paths, and you're just like, I'm just not sure. And I feel like there's, you know, messages, people coming in that'll just go, oh, but did you know that there's someone looking for this person, and perhaps you should try that. I think you'd be good at that. And it'll just be little things like that once you open yourself up to new ideas and let go of the feeling that you have to be something or you're going to be something, that will help you move forward and see this as a whole new beginning and a whole new light. And I feel like this is going to be really strong. So they want me to pull a few cards, so I will. And then we will move on to love and romance. Oh, I found a couple of tarot cards slipped in from the other deck. That's a bit special. As I said, Scorpio, you are a bit special already. So, you know, if I'm going to find some extra cards, it's definitely going to be in your reading. Okay. Okay, they're just saying, be careful to look at all the angles before you make a decision about buying anything, purchasing anything, especially big things. Like if you are buying a house or a some land, or there's a big purchase like a car or anything. They're just saying careful that you're not blinded by other people's looking at the situation for you and just telling you what it is. You need to look into things yourself. I'm getting a real feeling of you need to take control of your finances to know what's going on and the underlying information. So if it's paperwork, make sure you look at it. Make sure you know the details. Don't leave it up to other people, is the message for that one. And they said it'll be all fine, but you need to check the details to make sure you're not getting yourself into trouble. Okay, let's look at love and romance. Okay, so some of you have definitely been in a, oh, okay. All right, some of you have been in a menage a trois is what I just got, so I'm just going to say it. So, well, good for you if everyone's happy. And there's a card of 3 as well, and I just realised. Okay, so that is definitely not for everyone. That's just very specific for, I'm guessing, just one of you. Maybe not. So, but there's definitely a situation where there's, anyway, you seem happy. Let's move on. The guides know how to fluster me. Then we've actually got some people that are in sort of, I feel like there's someone from the past came back and that you're actually, rekindled is something special, and there's something really, you've really made a strong connection, and there might be some commitment coming. You've just committed to being in a long-term something together, and that you've really decided to, I don't know, move in together, but there's definitely a lot of you moving in together and coupling up and making this commitment where you were separated and you were split. Some of you might actually be, in a long distance situation where you've decided, you're actually going to make the distance, the move that they are worth it. It might be the opposite way around. It might be them coming to you, but I feel like these are relationships that are definitely combining is what they're getting. They're just combining now. So some of you might, they're just saying some of you might be in a situation where you do have to choose, is it them or is it your work? And I feel like a lot of you are choosing the person because you realise time's too short to be, just working, and it's more of the, the soul connection that you're looking for. There's also telling me the people that are, oh gosh, there's a dog at the door, so if you can hear a snuffling, that's Barkley, sorry about that. We've also got from the guides that anyone who's single, if you're still holding on to past attachments, you really, this is the time to release them, because I feel like this, I feel like they showed you exactly who they were, is what I'm getting. The people that are you, if you were attached to someone, they showed you who their true colours were. They're just saying they're not going to change anytime in the near future. It's time to open up your heart for something, bigger and better. So let your walls down, because there's a huge bright future, and they're just saying, you're holding yourself back in the dark, and it's time to open up and be free. But we'll get a little bit more for the singles, because I feel like there's a lot of happy coupling up and moving forward people. And yes, I feel like there's a lot of self-reflection going on, and looking at past relationships and why they didn't work, and also back to past ties, and the universe got those people out of your way for a reason, because they weren't up to your standards. So even if that person ghosted you, it was for a reason, and it was because they weren't up to your standards. They weren't, they might come back. The universe will always bring, if it's meant to be, they'll come back, but it might be in a different form, and it might be 20 years from now. So you don't want to wait for that person to come back. You have to live your life. And I think that's what a lot of the clarity is coming through now, is that you're going to see that. And when you feel that energy lift and that detachment lift, you'll realize you do want that love. And yeah, I think this really says it all. You've got to water the love in your garden so that you can attract the very most wonderful person for you, my lovely singles. So my single Scorpios out there, find that self-love, work on that. That self-care is so important, because I feel like there's people waiting for you. There's people who have been watching you and keeping an eye out and hoping that you'll be single and hoping you'll notice them. And when you do, you'll be very grateful that you noticed them. So there is that message for you. And then they want you to have one of these cards. So we're just going to shuffle one of the Chakra Wisdom cards. And these are affirmations. Oh, okay, that one really wants to come out. And excuse me, I'm just going to have to move back to try and find it. Oh, right under the chair, of course. Okay, so you've got the base chakra, independence. I know what my needs are, and I actively pursue them knowing that I will be guided and provided for when I put in the effort. I open myself up to all possibilities and participate fully in life. I use my imagination and my vision to initiate what I wish for and pursue it. I am not waiting to be rescued. I'm not a victim. I am strong. And that's it. You are not. You are so strong. Honestly, Scorpios are some of the strongest people I know, and some of the brightest. And I do think that this is the time that your strength is coming back to you. I feel like connections are to be made. Movement is coming in a positive form, and you will find your way through. And once you find that self-love, you'll be hard to contain, because you have so much energy and strength and power that nothing's holding you back, Scorpio. So I do hope that this has resonated with some of you. Hope you enjoyed it, Scorpios. Anyone who has subscribed, just want to say big thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. It really makes my day. And if you would like to subscribe, then I'll be really grateful. It really makes a difference to me. And I just really hope I'll see you again. So have a wonderful solstice.